Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jessica if you are. This is my project pan update for the month of March. My rolling style project pan always includes 10 makeup items, although I have been increasing my items here and there, but I try to stick around 10 items, and most of these items I have the goal of using up or just sometimes hitting pan on items. So I have been doing this project for several years now, and it has definitely helped me go through my makeup collection and use up the things that I've spent my money on instead of buying new things that I really don't need. So very grateful to this panning community here on YouTube, and I just have so much fun tracking my makeup usage with all of my followers and sharing my progress. If you are new here and just discovering my channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you stick around. I make a lot of painting content and a few other videos here and there when I have the time and the energy. And before I jump into this video, I would love to remind you all just to give this video a quick thumbs up before you forget. It really does help me out a lot. And leave a comment down below at any point. I absolutely love hearing from you. And I can't believe it's March. Oh my gosh, here we are. And I'm feeling good about this painting year so far. So let's jump right on into this video. I have some great updates to share with you today. Some very exciting developments, and I can't wait to get started. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Starting off with the item that has been in this project the longest, I have been working on this little mini-sized blush from the Balm for well over a year now. I brought this into my project in January of 2024 with the goal to use it up entirely, but as many of you know, as you have followed along with me on this journey, you know that it has taken forever for me to get even a pan on this blush. So I've changed my goal on this blush to just hit pan on it. So I'm going to show you the months of progress of this blush since I brought it into this project in January. So this is where I have to kind of stall a little bit because I have a lot of updates to share with you. I guess now it's 14 months of progress, maybe even 15 months of progress on this blush from month to month. And it has been very slow going. It is a very firmly pressed blush. It is very, very pigmented, and the pan has proven to be very, very deep. I decided to roll this blush over into the new year just because I was not going to give up on it. I wanted to have that satisfaction of hitting pan on this blush and just persevere and get to that goal. I do really love this blush. It's a beautiful coral shade, very easy to wear. It goes with most makeup looks. And while it has been a challenge, I have enjoyed wearing it and reaching for it during all this time. Just feeling a little frustrated in how stubborn this product is. This blush was weighing 13.14 grams when I first brought it into the project last January. Here is what it was looking like last month. This was after 273 uses in this project. It was weighing 12.25 grams at this time. I reached for it 12 times this month, making for 295 uses total, and here is the blush today. And as you can see, we have hit pan. I cannot believe it. Success is finally here, and it tastes so sweet. I cannot actually believe it finally happened. I just hit pan on this blush about 3 days ago. I think it was on the 293rd use, if you can believe it. And it was so tiny that I did reach for it 2 more times before updating you in this video. And still, it's a little teeny tiny baby pan. So that just goes to show you, wow, how long blushes can last. Specifically, this blush formula from the Balm. I am just over the moon. I finally hit that goal. I didn't expect it. I thought it was going to take me a few months more, just with how deep the pan is, but it finally came. I was in disbelief. I wanted to film like a little YouTube short for you when it happened, but life has been busy. It happened right before work, and after work I had all these plans. So I'm updating you now in this video, and I hope you are as happy to see this pan as I am. You have all been along with me on this journey and very invested in this blush, so thank you all for rooting me along and caring about this silly little blush as much as I have. I know it's just silly makeup, but it really has helped to motivate me to not buy things. So it's a winner there, and I'm so excited to roll this out. I'm not gonna try and finish this up entirely. I think even after 293 uses, there is still an incredible amount of product here. Even if you look at it from the side, you can see like it's very low on this side, but very high on the other side. And I think that would take me at least another year of use, maybe even more, to use up the rest of this blush. And I am not gonna torture myself any longer. I have so many other wonderful blushes in my collection that deserve some use, and this one will be rolling out. I might hold on to it for the remainder of the year, reach for it a few more times, but I will be decluttering it before this year is out. So Goodbye, Balm blush. You are not going to see her again, at least not in the Project Pan videos. And I'm very happy to say goodbye. But before we do, I did have a request to compare the beginning and the end up close footage of this blush. So I'll go ahead and insert that here. And hopefully you'll be able to see a more impactful difference instead of just seeing it month to month when all the progress was very gradual and minimal. So hopefully you're able to see a little bit more there. You're welcome. And we're just starting this video off with a bang and rolling this one out after 15 months and 295 uses. Finally a pan. Let's keep the good news coming. This next project is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's their Magic Vanish color corrector in the shade medium, and I brought this into the project in September of last year with the goal of using up entirely. So here's what it was looking like when I first brought it into the project. It was weighing 22.04 grams and it had a small little pan on it, and I have been expanding that pan quite gradually over the past several months, and it has been very satisfying to watch this cream product get smaller and smaller and smaller in this packaging as I have been using up this product. Here's what it was looking like last month. I had just a little tiny amount remaining. It was weighing 20.09 grams. I reached for it 9 additional times in the past month, making for 71 uses total. And here is the component today. And I say component because, as you can see, it is completely empty. I used up the remaining 0.16 grams of product, and in total I used 2.11 grams of product in the course of this project. So very happy to have this empty. It's not something I'm going to repurchase anytime soon. Maybe in the future when I'm wanting something for any like pigmentation on my face or dark circles. But for now, I'm just happy to have this empty and another empty to share with all of you, and just a very exciting update for Project Pan. So that's our second win for the month, and I'm very happy to have this out of my inventory. Next item is the foundation I'm currently panning. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. I brought this into my project in November with the goal of using it up. Here's what it was looking like when I first brought it in. It was weighing 91.6 grams. I've been using a good chunk of this product from month to month, and I've been very happy with this product. It has been great to use. I really do enjoy it. I think it's a great foundation for the price, and I've enjoyed panning it. Here's what this foundation was looking like last month. This was after 51 uses in the project. It was weighing 78.5 grams. I reached for it 21 times this month, making for 72 uses total. And here's what the foundation is looking like today. Today it's weighing 73.4 grams. So I've used 5.1 grams of product in the past month, and we are getting close to finishing this one up. I keep making the mistake of having this product fall on its side right before filming this video, so I don't have the clean line that I did when I originally set out to film this video, which is frustrating, but I'm gonna let this foundation sit for a little bit and try and get it settled before I film my up close footage so you can really see how low it is in the bottle. And I am just really happy with the progress I've made on this foundation. I think maybe 2 more months should get me there, and I will be ready to work on something else and have one less foundation in my inventory. So very excited about this one. This next item has also been in the project since November, and this is the bronzer I'm currently panning. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, the tried and true, the cult classic. I absolutely love this bronzer, and it's been really fun reaching for it. Here's what this bronzer was looking like when I first brought it into the project. It was weighing 56.21 grams. My goal for this one is just to hit pan on it, and I have been steadily working away at it. Over the past several months, that embossing has started to wear away. You've started to see a nice little dip starting to form in that bronzer, and it has been a joy to use. I do love this bronzer formula. However, this shade is light for me, which is why it really only works for me in the winter and early spring months, but I have still had a good time using it. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 53 grams. This was after 76 uses in the project. I reached for it 25 additional times, making for 101 uses total. And here is where this bronzer is at today. And as you can see, we do have a little pan showing on that bronzer. And it just showed up a couple days ago, I think on the 99th or 98th use. And I'm just so thrilled to have hit that pan. I didn't expect it as soon as it came. And I'm just very excited to have this product rolling out. So in the past month, it went from 53 grams down to 52 52.24 grams. So I used 0.76 grams of product in a month. And in total with those 101 uses, I used 3.97 grams of product. So it took me about 4 months to hit pan on this one. And I'm just very satisfied, and I'm excited to roll it out and reach for a new bronzer. I have other bronzer goals for the year, and I've hit this one, and I'm very satisfied with that. So this will be going back into my makeup inventory, and I'm just happy that it's gotten some good use in this project, and we will revisit it eventually. But for now, it's rolling out. The next item is this Too Faced Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick, and this is in the shade Chihuahua, and my goal for this lipstick is to use it up entirely. I tried to use it as much as possible during the last year of 2024, and I got so close that we're gonna go ahead and try and finish it this year. So when I first brought this into the project officially in November, it was weighing 8.7 grams, and I have been using it consistently, but we still have quite a bit of product in there, even though it looks very empty in the component. Here's what it's been looking like over the past several months, and although I have been decreasing in weight, you really don't see much of a difference in the product inside the components just because of the nature of this packaging and the air pocket that might be stuck in there. And although I'm squeezing product out, it's really not changing the shape of the component from month to month. Here is what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 7.87 grams. I reached for it 12 times this month, making for 36 uses total. And here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 7.54 grams. So I've used 0.33 grams of product in the past month. And I'm hopeful that we are very close to having this finished. I'm hearing like little air pockets in there. It's getting to be a little bit more difficult to squeeze it out each and every time. And I think maybe in the next month or two, I should have this empty. I'm hoping, but in the meantime, I absolutely love this lipstick. It's a beautiful nude color, and I'm just so excited to have an empty cream lipstick because it's very rare for me to be able to empty one of these. And even though it's a little mini size, I think it's gonna be a big accomplishment for me and one less lipstick in my inventory. And as many of you know, if you've seen my most recent inventory video or any of my inventory videos, I'm trying to decrease my makeup collection from year to year after having a big splurge of buying makeup in the, I don't know, 2016, 17 era. I'm trying to pare down from there. So this is helping me do so, this project, and this is one that we are very close to saying goodbye to. But I love a nude lipstick. This one lives in my purse. It's a great go-to shade, and I'm excited to keep working on it and hopefully have it empty soon. This next item is a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow, and this is in the shade Krinkle. And my goal for this eyeshadow is to hit pan on it. It is one of the last Super Shock shadows in my collection yet to have a pan on it, and I'm trying to do that in this project. However, this item keeps crumbling and falling apart, and I keep repressing it together, so I don't know how close I'm getting in my goal of hitting pan because I feel like I'm kind of restarting each and every time I have to press it back together, which I think it crumbling apart is a good indicator that it's probably past its prime and ready to say goodbye to. But I'm a stubborn girl, and I don't want to give up without hitting pan on it naturally, not counting it falling apart. So we're gonna keep it in and we're gonna keep working on it, and I'll go ahead and share with you the progress videos for this item regardless because that's me. So here's what this eyeshadow was looking like when I first brought it into the project in December. It was weighing 18.74 grams. I've been reaching for it bit by bit. I think I only reached for it like 1 time in the first month, then 3. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 18.57 grams. I reached for it 3 times this month, making for 7 uses total. And here's what it's looking like today. And true to its stubbornness, today it's weighing 18.61 grams. So somehow it gained 0.04 grams. So maybe I got a bad weight last month. I don't know. But that is the number that the scale wanted to give me. So that's a little frustrating. And as well, like I mentioned, this product recently crumbled to bits, especially over here on this side. So I don't know if you'll be able to see a dip. At least the dip that was there is now gone, which is frustrating, but I'm gonna keep reaching for it. I really did my best to press this back together as firmly as I could, so hopefully that won't happen again, but it might. But we'll just keep working on it, see what happens. And I might get to a point of frustration with this eyeshadow where I just call it quits, but that day is not today. And I'm gonna reach for it a few more times the next month, hopefully, and get close to a pan, or at least have a dip to share with you by the next update. That would be amazing. But for now, this one's gonna stay in, and we're just gonna keep on fighting the good fight with this one, if you know what I mean. Next item is the liquid lipstick that I'm trying to pan this year, and this one is from Dose of Colors, and this is the Cult Classic shade Stone. I absolutely love this liquid lipstick shade. I've never panned a liquid lipstick before, and I'm just trying to see what I can do on this liquid lipstick during the course of this year. My goal is just to reach for it 5 times each month, and if that gets me close to finishing it up, that would be great, but I'm not stressing too much about it. I just want to use it as much as possible this year. So when I first brought this into the project, it was weighing 28.16 grams. I reached for it 5 times in the first month, and it was down to 28 grams, and I did meet my 5-use goal again this month, making for 10 uses total, and today it's weighing 27.86 grams. So I'm down an additional 0.14 grams, and in total we are down like almost 0.3 grams. So I think the windowing in here might be a little bigger. There's like a small little window right there. It might be a little bit bigger from last month to this month. I'm not sure about that, but I'm just happy that it's getting some good use. I love liquid lipsticks and I love this shade of liquid lipstick, but it is getting old in my collection, so I would love to just use it as much as possible this year, at least 60 times, maybe more. That would be great, and I'm really hoping that will get me an empty liquid lipstick because it's never happened before, and that would be very exciting for my panning profession, okay? If you could call this a profession, or my panning hobby, I should say. So that one's gonna be a slow burn. We're gonna keep chipping away at it, and I'll let you know how she's looking next month. And of course we have a similar story with this eye pigment. This one is from Your Minerals Sweden, and the shade is Brown Hypnotic. So this one has a similar story to my eye pigment from last year, where I'm trying to just use as much of this as possible and see what I can do on it, because it's a product that I just forget about otherwise. So I'm trying to reach for this one as well, 5 times each month, and I have been able to hit that goal for the past 2 months that it's been in this project. When I first brought it into the project, it was weighing 14.41 grams. After the first 5 uses in January, it was down to 14.38 grams, and today, after 5 more uses, it is 14.37 grams. So I've used 0.01 grams of product in the past month. We are at 0.04 grams total and 10 uses total. This one also is going to be a slow burn. We're just going to keep chipping away at it. I'm going to try and show it to you in the component. It's really hard to see because the product that's built up on the packaging kind of blurs into the product that is accumulating at the bottom. So there it is all the same, and this is a really pretty shade, but it's actually quite dark for my day-to-day wear, so it's not the easiest one to reach for, but we're just gonna see what we can do with it over the course of the year. But that amount of use is better than nothing, which is what it has been receiving over the past several years. So overall, this is a success, and I'm just happy to be reaching for it a little bit every month. The next item is in this Charlotte Tilbury packaging, but it is not a Charlotte Tilbury product. This is a Franken blush / highlighter topper from Hourglass. It's Hello. It's 2 blushes that are broken up and pressed together in this packaging after suffering a fall in Las Vegas, and I was able to save the product in this compact, and I use it as a blush topper / highlighter because it is a very shimmery blush toppery type shade. I brought this into the project in January of this year, and here's what it was looking like. It was weighing 53.54 grams. It already had a good sized pan on it. I reached for it 15 times in the first month, and here's what it was looking like then. It was weighing 53.15 grams. I reached for it 16 times in the past month, making for 31 uses total, and here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 52.73 grams. I've used 0.42 grams of product in the past month, and I have really expanded the size of that pan, and it's looking very big and satisfying right now, and I'm just loving it. I am very hopeful that I should be able to finish this highlighter in the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. This has been a really fun one to watch. The pan is just expanding so perfectly and beautifully, and I absolutely love this product. It's so easy to wear. I can wear it by itself. I can wear it over blush. It has a nice, like, natural glow to the skin, and I am just really happy that it's getting some good use after almost losing it and having it die and never fulfill its makeup destiny. So very happy for myself and this blush, and I'm excited to keep watching it grow with you and eventually having an empty highlighter blush. I can't decide what to call it. I use it as a highlighter, and it'll be very exciting for me to have an empty highlighter, as I've never finished a highlighter before ever. So that will be a big success, and I'm just excited to keep reaching for it. Butter is insisting that he be held like a baby right now, so we're just gonna go with it. You know, the baby must get what the baby wants. If any of you have children, you understand. So just last month, I brought in the NARS Cream Bronzer, and my goal for this is to use it up this year. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I am gonna try my best, and it's gonna be a fun one to track. So here's what it was looking like when I first brought it in last month. It was weighing 52.77 grams. I reached for it 22 times in the past month, and here's what it's looking like today. Today it's down to 51.93 grams, so I've used 0.84 grams of product, and I'm hoping that that pan looks bigger from last month to this month. I think it should, and I'm just also really proud. Okay. Are you watching this? I'm also just really proud of the amount of product I was able to use. We're close to a gram of product, and that just feels very satisfying and hopeful that I might be able to get close to reaching that goal of using this up entirely, if not meeting that goal, and I'm very excited about that one. So this is a really fun one to reach for, a fun one to share with all of you, a fun one to track, and I am excited to keep working on it. But for now, we got a ways to go. And the last item to update you on is a lipstick. This one is from Lancome. This is the shade number 246, and it is a very bright, like bubblegum pink shade. And my goal for this lipstick is to use it up entirely. And I have been basically using this as a cream blush. I don't love it as a lipstick, at least not during this time of year. On my skin tone, it feels very, I don't know, Barbie. And I'm not feeling that look most days. Some days I want that. And it's also a very creamy emollient formula, which doesn't really look so great on the lips. It can kind of go all over the face sometimes. And I just don't love wearing formulas like that. You can kind of see how shiny and oily and balmy it looks in the swatch. So at least not for this time of year, it hasn't been working, but maybe in the spring and summer I'll feel differently, hopefully, because I would love to get more use on it. But in the meantime, it has been working beautifully as a cream blush. So here's what it was looking like last month when I first brought it into the project. It was weighing 29.41 grams. I reached for it 24 times this month, and here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 29.18 grams, so I've used 0.23 grams of product, and I'm actually really satisfied with the amount of progress I've been able to make, even just using it as a blush. I've been making markings of this product in my notebook, and I'm very happy with the jump I've been able to make. You can see where it started and where we've been able to draw to in the past month after those 24 uses. And it's a pretty good size chunk in my opinion. So I'm very excited about that and excited to keep chipping away at it. And this gives me hope that I should be able to finish up this lipstick pretty easily over the course of the year and have one less lipstick in my inventory for next year. And that just goes to show you that even if a product is not perfect for you, you can definitely find ways to make it work for you and still get use on a product that otherwise would just be wasted if you weren't a little bit more creative. So really enjoying using this as a blush, and hopefully can use it on my lips as well as we get into these more pink times of the year. So I have 3 items that are rolling out, a great month. I have those 2 items that I hit pan on, finally that blush and the bronzer as well. And we have the color corrector that I was able to finish up entirely. So that means I get to bring in some new products this month, and most of them are coming from my plan to pan list for 2025. So hopefully I'm gonna get close to meeting some of those goals as well. The first item that's coming in is the next bronzer that I would like to pan. This one is from Tarte. This is the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer in the shimmery formula, and this one already has a good little pan on it, but I would love to finish this one up entirely this year, and it's about that season for me to be enjoying shimmery blushes like this. I love wearing glowy blushes, not blushes, I love wearing glowy bronzers like this in the summer, and I am hopeful I should be able to finish this up this year. But I really enjoy a glowy bronzer year round, but I especially love them in the summer. So here's what this bronzer is looking like today up close, and I hit pan on this I think 2 years ago in a project, so I've used a good amount of it, but there's still a good amount remaining as well, especially on that left side of the bronzer. So we'll continue to work away at that, and I think with some persistent use I should be able to have this one finished up by the end of the year. That's going to be my goal, and that will be again one less bronzer in my inventory, which I have been trying to work away at over the past several years, and we are getting there. We are slowly and steadily getting there, and I'm feeling very motivated, and I think this is a bronzer that I really love, and I'm just excited to reach for it. So that is the first item rolling in. As of today, this bronzer is weighing 75.59 grams. So we'll see how that one goes. I'm excited to watch that pan expand with all of you. The next item I'm bringing in is pretty close to being finished up already, so it's a little bit of a gimme, but this is a lip gloss. It's from Fenty Beauty, and this is one of their heat formulas in the shade Hot Cherry. This is a really pretty red gloss, but once you put it on the lips, it does not scream red. You can definitely wear this over most lip color shades, and it doesn't take over by any means, but it does really look pretty by itself and adds like a little soft pigment to the lips. So you can see it's pretty low in the component as of today, and we don't have too much further to go on it. And I'm excited to just have this used up. I've had it for several years. It was a gift from a girlfriend and I really love it. I love the Fenty lip gloss formula, and I'm excited to just have it shine for these next few months, especially in the spring, maybe even early summer. It should be really nice for this time of year, and I'm excited to have an empty lip gloss. Right now it's weighing 32.24 grams, and I think with persistent use I should be able to finish this in maybe 2 or 3 months, which would be amazing. So that is the next item coming in. This next item is not a use up goal, but I do have a goal for 2025 to use all of my lip liners at least 10 times, and I'm gonna need to bring them into projects to help me to do that. So with that said, I'm going to bring in this lip liner from ColourPop. This is in the shade Dohee. It's like a really bright coral shade, and this is a really nice shade for this time of year. I think this is a great shade for the spring. It also works well in the summer. I don't love this when I'm too tan because it can look a little bit pale on the skin, but for the spring I think it's perfect. And I'm gonna try and use my rolling project pan to help me to get to those 10 uses during the season when this color is most appropriate. So that's my goal for this, just to use it 10 times. It's weighing 5.7 grams, and I think I should be able to hit that 10 use goal in the next month or two. So this is kind of like a little mini goal. I like to throw those into my rolling project pan every so often just to keep things rolling, keep me motivated, and help me to reach my panning goals for the year. So that is the purpose that this lip liner is fulfilling. I also like to throw samples into this project just to remind me to use them. So for that, this month I'm going to bring in these little brightening, pore caring sleeping masks from Innisfree. I have 2 of these and I have never used them before. They have Jeju tangerine peel extract. I don't know what that means, but there's 2 of these little samples, and these will be very easy for me to use up in the next month, but I've had them for a long time and have never remembered to reach for them. So that's why they're here. This project will remind me to get these used up and out of my collection, and I'm excited to try them. You know, who doesn't need brightening and pore care? I know I do. So those are the last items for this project, and I'm sure that these will be gone by the next update as well. So those are all of my updates for my rolling project pan. What an exciting update video. I'm feeling very accomplished, very motivated, and just ready to keep crushing my panning goals for the remainder of this year. But it's been a great start to 2025. I'm just ready to keep on keeping on and keep this momentum going. And I'm excited to continue to share all of that progress with you and hopefully inspire all of you to use your makeup collection and to stop you from buying things that you don't need and to instead enjoy the things that you already have and love. That's all from me today. Don't forget to give this video a quick thumbs up before you leave if you liked it. I really hope you did. I'm sending my love out to you wherever you are in the world that this video finds you, and I hope you're doing well, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. But until then, please take care. Bye.